I always believed that when love begins to die, it doesn't go out like a fire. It flickers, quietly, barely noticeable, until one day you're just staring at smoke and pretending there's still warmth. That's how it started with Emily. We'd been together for 2 years, lived together for 1. I paid the rent, the bills, her impulsive Amazon orders. She'd quit her job a few months back, said she needed to reset, and I was okay with that. I was raised to believe that when you love someone, you step up. You carry the load until they're ready to carry theirs. But slowly, she started pulling away, not in the dramatic, fight all the time kind of way. No, Emily was too smart for that. She pulled away in silence. She smiled less, her hugs got shorter, and her phone, God, her phone became a damn lifeline she wouldn't let go of. She used to leave it charging on the nightstand. Now it lived in the front pocket of her hoodie, even when she slept. At first, I laughed it off. "You hiding state secrets in there?" I joked one night. She forced a smile, said something about keeping it close for the alarm, but I knew she never left it out in the open anymore. Never opened it around me. It was always face down, always locked the second a message came through. And when I asked her who was texting so late, she'd shrug. Just Rachel, or my cousin. But her tone, it had this edge, like I was bothering her just by asking, like I was intruding on something that wasn't mine. I didn't call her out. I didn't start a fight. That's not how I operate. Instead, I paid attention. I memorized patterns. I took mental notes. Because here's the thing about me. I don't confront until I'm sure, until I have the whole truth. And once I do, I don't shout. It happened on a Thursday night. Emily had fallen asleep on the couch, watching reruns of some dating reality show. Ironic in retrospect. She had that same hoodie on, the one with the stretched out sleeves, and a faint coffee stain near the zipper. I still remember how peaceful she looked, like nothing in the world could touch her, and then her phone slipped from her pocket. It landed beside my thigh with a soft thud. She didn't stir, didn't even flinch. I picked it up, intending, honestly, at that moment, to plug it in like I usually did. But the screen lit up. 3 new messages. Bliss. You up? Meet me. 5 new likes. Tinder. You've got a match. My heart didn't race. My chest didn't tighten. That's the thing about the truth. It doesn't always hurt like a slap. Sometimes, it feels like the slow exhale of something you already knew, but were too in love to admit. I sat there, phone in hand, staring at confirmation of what my gut had whispered for weeks. She wasn't just drifting. She was already gone. She just hadn't packed yet. I didn't open the apps. I didn't scroll through messages. I didn't need to. Instead, I made a decision. Not to confront. Not to accuse. The next day, I created a new profile on a dating app. Not for me, God, no, but for him, for Ethan. I used pictures of a buddy of mine from out of town. Tall, tan, gym built, golden retriever energy. The kind of guy women didn't just swipe on, they fantasized about. I picked photos carefully. One with a guitar, one with a rescue dog, one shirtless at the beach, but tasteful, just enough to tease. Ethan was charming, flirty, attentive, kind of guy who listened, the kind of guy Emily used to beg me to be when she read those dumb advice columns. It took less than 24 hours. She matched with him. Her bio said, recently single, just exploring. Recently single. I was literally making her breakfast that morning. We started talking. Well, she started talking. Ethan just gave her space to say the things she didn't dare say at home. She flirted. She shared fantasies. She told him she had a roommate situation, but could be discreet, that she hadn't felt truly wanted in months, that she missed being kissed like she mattered. Every message was a dagger I swallowed with a smile. Because now I knew, and I wasn't just going to walk away. I was going to light the bridge behind her and make sure she watched it burn. The night before she was supposed to meet Ethan, Emily walked into the kitchen wearing one of my old t-shirts, the one she used to call her comfort shirt. She smiled at me, kissed my cheek, asked if I could spare $60. For what? I asked, keeping my tone light. She laughed softly, like I was being silly for even questioning it. It's for my dad's birthday. I want to get him something nice. Her dad. The man who hadn't spoken to her in 6 months. I stared at her for a second. Not too long. Just enough to remember this face, this mask she wore so effortlessly. I reached for my wallet, handed her 3 20s, and said, "Of course. Tell him I said happy birthday." She smiled. "Kiss me again." "I will. You're the best, Jake." I watched her walk out the door, her hair tied up in that lazy bun she always wore when she was trying to look effortlessly hot. She thought she was going to a hotel to be someone else. She didn't know I had already erased her from this life. As soon as the door clicked shut, I moved. No hesitation, no second guessing. I packed up everything she owned, every last hoodie, every pair of leggings, every cheap necklace she wore like it was gold. I stuffed it all into trash bags, not out of spite, but efficiency. I put them by the curb like the garbage they had become. Then I changed the locks, reset the Wi-Fi password, texted our landlord and told him she wouldn't be needing a key anymore, and all the while I kept texting her from Ethan's number. "Running a bit late, babe. Want to look perfect for you. You ready for tonight? Can't wait to see you." She replied with hearts, with selfies, with a video. Her face flushed, whispering Ethan's name like it was holy. And I just watched. At 1:03 a.m., I sent her one last message. A photo I had just taken outside the building. It was her suitcase, ripped open, clothes spilling out, a homeless man rummaging through it, holding up a pair of her underwear like he'd struck gold. Text message, "Enjoy the hotel." Then I blocked her. Every number, every account, every trace. She didn't exist in my world anymore. Monday evening. I had just gotten home from work, cracked open a beer, and was halfway through a leftover sandwich when I heard banging at the front door. Not knocking, banging. I opened it, and there she was, Emily. Mascara streaked down her face, hair wild, her once perfect lashes clumped with tears. She looked nothing like the seductive vixen Ethan had lured into a trap. No, she looked like a little girl who just realized she burned her last bridge. "Jake," she gasped, voice raw. "Please." I didn't say a word, just looked at her. I don't know what happened. My stuff's gone. My cards are locked out. I don't have anywhere to go. I didn't even sleep last night. I'm sorry, okay? She choked on her words. "I fucked up. I know I did. Please, can we just talk?" She stepped forward like she was going to walk inside, like this was still her home. I didn't move. "Emily," I said, voice calm, "you need to leave." Her eyes widened like I'd slapped her. "Are you serious right now? You're not welcome here." And that's when she snapped. The tears turned to rage. "You petty piece of shit. You think you're a hero? You think this makes you strong? You're a coward, Jake. A pathetic loser who couldn't satisfy me, who couldn't hold on to me." I let her scream. I let her spit every venomous word she had left in her. And then I picked up my phone and said 5 words that ended it all. "I'm calling the police now." She froze. I told them everything. That she no longer lived here. That she was threatening me. That she had tried to force her way inside. I even told them about the video. About how she had been cheating and lying while living under my roof. Off my money. Off my kindness. When they arrived, she had the nerve to look hurt. As if I had betrayed her. She left in the back seat of a squad car, sobbing like a soap opera actress who missed her cue. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't cinematic. It was just quiet. And that night, I stood in the middle of my empty living room and finally exhaled. For the first time in months, there was no tension in my chest, no doubt eating away at me, no lies curling around my ribs, just peace. She called a few more times from random numbers in the days after. I blocked each one without reading a word. Last I heard, she moved back in with her parents in Arizona, picked up a retail job, still posts filtered selfies like nothing ever happened. I hope she finds what she's looking for, but me? I found something better. Clarity, strength, silence, and a vow to never again love someone who hides their phone like a goddamn landmine. What did you think of Jake and Emily's story? Was the ending satisfying, or did it hit too close to home? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let us know. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new story from our channel. Until next time, stay golden.